Hello YouTube, this is Erin Taylor coming to you. I hope that this day is going fabulously for you. I wanted to share a story about a conversation that I had this week with a mom in the hopes that it helps those of you who are out there and seeing this video. I was talking with a mom who's going through a really hard time right now. Her son has an illness. Her husband has a diagnosis, also an illness. She works full time. There's a lot going on in her life right now. And there's a lot of medical things coming that her family will have to work their way through, so to speak. And when she was updating me about what's going on, I could feel her overwhelm, as any of us would be in her situation. And one of the things that I encouraged her to do is to not look at the whole picture all at once, to not look at all of the things that are potentially coming for their family over the next few months with the medical things that are going on. Because number one, we can't possibly think about all the moving parts when we have a big thing coming, looming ahead of us. If we try to hold all the moving parts in our mind at once, it can make us feel overwhelmed, completely overwhelmed. And then the other part of it is that a lot of it is up in the air. Who knows what the outcomes will be? Who knows what the timing of everything will be that has to happen? And so I think when we feel overwhelmed, we want to feel like we have some control over what's going on. But in a case like this, especially when we have medical challenges or our loved ones have medical challenges, we have no control. We're kind of at the mercy of life, the doctors, the universe, all of it. And so what I encouraged her to do is to just look at little tiny slivers, tiny bite-sized pieces that she can manage, just to hold that in her mind. So, let's just look at this doctor's appointment that's coming at the end of the week. Let's just get through that. Once we get through that doctor's appointment, then we'll see what the next one is that's coming after that. But if we kind of work to complete that doctor's appointment, when it's over, we feel hopefully a sense of satisfaction. Okay, well, we checked something off. And now we get new information and we're going to move forward based on that doctor's appointment. Maybe there are blood tests that have to be run, or maybe another doctor's appointment has to happen. So then we're going to look at the next thing that's down the line on the calendar, and we're going to try to accomplish that one thing. We're not going to think about all the things that are coming potentially. Just focus on one small bit at a time. And I thought about it afterwards, and I thought, this could help a lot of people, because I've talked to so many people, and I myself have been in extremely stressful, challenging times when it feels like everything's coming at me all at once. And everybody wants a piece of me, or needs a piece of me, or I need to be in 3 different places with 3 different people. And it can feel totally, totally overwhelming. And so if we just focus on one piece at a time and just accomplish that one digestible, bite-sized piece, then it helps us to not feel so overwhelmed, like everything in the world is out of control. If we can just manage to hold on to that one little piece and take care of that, then we move on to the next manageable piece and we take care of that. It's almost like when the horses put the blinders on when they're walking through Central Park with the carriage. They put the blinders on because the horse can only see forward. They can't see the people beside them. They can't see the cars beside them. And so they don't get stressed about these things they can't control, all these things on their sides. So they keep the blinders on and they just look forward. This is where I'm headed. I'm heading forward. And I just put one foot in front of the other and I keep going forward. And I think that can really help us when we're in a challenging, stressful situation. So the next time you find yourself in that kind of a situation, please remember this little nugget of wisdom. And I think it will really help you to get through that stressful time without feeling completely and totally overwhelmed. Of course, at times it gets that way because new information comes or new needs arise or whatever, new stresses come and we can feel overwhelmed. But a way to get out of that overwhelm is to just focus on those bite-sized pieces. And when we feel overwhelmed again, go back to the bite-sized piece and just tackle what's in front of you right at that moment. What you have to do today, what's coming up tomorrow. Don't worry about next week, next month, next year, whatever it is. Just focus on the next thing you have to do. One foot in front of the other. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that it brings you some peace and some stress reduction and a way to get through those challenging times in a little better frame of mind. So wherever you are in this world, I hope that you make it a fabulous day for yourself.